Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I want to kind of do a different video today. Not really a how-to video. I want to do an early August tour around the yard, show you some of the projects that I've got planned for some upcoming videos, and kind of the state of the lawn right now in this late part of the summer, or I guess, I don't know, mid part of the summer, depending on how you consider it. So I'm going to turn the camera around and go on a quick tour, show you what's been going on in the lawn. Before I do that, though, I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Hit the thumbs up, give me a comment if you got any suggestions on the lawn, things that are working well for you, things that you want to see me do and cover, then just let me know and I may work on it in the upcoming video. So let's turn the camera around and go on a tour. All right, it is hot and humid this afternoon, typical Georgia weather in the summer. So front lawn is starting to really recover. About 10 days, I believe, after my height of cut reset. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you do so. It may help you out in your lawn. I've been mowing this front yard with my 22-inch Toro recycler and am noticing that it is giving me a much cleaner, more even cut than the Toro Time Master. So really pleased with how this is looking. Also on this front yard, I've done one app of my fertilizer about 4 days ago, so that's starting to really kick in. Just been mowing, water, and nothing special. I do have some spots down there on that corner, as well as on the other side. I'll walk through here and show you of the yard that are getting some kind of spurge weed. I hit one application about a month ago of some Roundup for lawns, not Roundup. So this part of the yard is mine. It is irrigated and it is Bermuda, but you can see this part of the day we just don't get enough sun to really have a good strong Bermuda. But here's the weed I've been dealing with down here. I think it's some kind of spurge, but I'm no weed expert, so if any of y'all know what that weed is, chime in down there in the comments, let me know, and I would appreciate it. Mowed the yard today, did below the wall and down. Got the front hedges trimmed last week. We'll do an upcoming video on the tool that I used. I've got an Echo PAS 225 combo unit. It's amazing, so I do plan to do an in-depth video on it. I got the medium size, I believe it's called, hedge trimmer for that unit, and it worked amazing on these shrubs. Got some fresh pine straw, just got some cheap bales because going into the fall I'll end up refreshing all this next spring. So the hedge is all trimmed up, looking good. Alright, here's the fescue cool season part of the yard. It's doing okay for this time of year. It looks better than it did a month or so ago when we were having those 100-degree plus days. So this section right here has got Poa trivialis, and that stuff is all smoked out, but you can see we've been getting it cool enough that it's all coming back. Looking decent through here. I'm getting some weed pressure, but I'm just happy that it's green right now. Got a canna lily that's almost done blooming. It's orange. The Japanese beetles really kind of tried to munch on this thing this year a lot. Had a lot of Japanese beetles in the yard. I sprayed it with neem oil. We'll do a video in the future about that product. Really pleased with how that turned out. Gardenias are done with their bloom, so I can go ahead and trim these up. I'm really not going to do a whole lot. I want them to stay about this height. I still want to be able to see over them from my deck, but I'm going to maybe bring them down just a little bit and keep them kind of a round shape. Got a lot of spiders going on in the yard. I don't know if your area's got these things, but some kind of invasive spider that we had last year. I'm I'm only mowing this part above the wall about once every 2 weeks. It's pretty thin, but this area totally smoked out last year. It's still got some green in it, so I'm excited about that. You can see this time of the day we turn into a lot of shade up here. This middle part I really struggle with. It gets baked with sun right in the middle of the day, so I do think I'm going to do more of a tall fescue blend up here, maybe a sunshade mix in this middle part and above this wall, and then the shadier mix for some of these perimeter areas. I'm going to work this fall on trying to figure out my shape over here. I thought I was going to convert this area to grass, but I'm having second thoughts on that due to all the water drainage that comes through here. So I think I'm just going to bring my line down, curve around this tree, and curve around this tree. I've got an irrigation head right there, so I'm going to kind of make a nice sweeping curve through here though, and possibly cut off this part. It just doesn't grow here. It's too shaded. Also got an irrigation head on the other side of this fence, so I'm gonna have to move that guy at some point. It sprays and gets all over this fence and stuff. So, but overall it's looking pretty decent for August back here, to be honest with you, for fescue in North Georgia. You know, it's got some areas that are smoked, but I can't complain. Thinking about doing away with the lawn. I went back here behind the playground because I kind of wanted the lawn to surround the playground. It's just super dense shade back here, and I just don't think it's getting enough sunlight right now. So, you know, future maybe plan on doing some mulching around the playground and this little cluster of trees, just doing away with the grass back here, bringing this back some. Show you what I got going on up here for a future video. Using my Bermuda grass clippings from the front to turn into some quick compost. So video forthcoming on that if it works like I hope it will. It looks like it's doing pretty good. I actually turned this after 1 week and it was like steaming hot, so pretty cool. If this works out, I'm gonna make some much larger piles, and the goal is to have this ready for my fall overseed, so I don't have to go to the store and buy a bunch of that brown cow or whatever they call it, black cow, to have some good organic matter to mix in with this super hard clay soil. I'll have my free compost, and my Bermuda front lawn will help my fescue back lawn. What do you think about that? This area right here just got totally torched out. This was a round fire pit area that I got rid of, so I'm thinking about turning it ironically back into the fire pit. So I don't know, I'm still thinking about what I want to do with that. So with that being said, turn the camera around. It pretty much finishes the yard tour. I will work this fall on figuring out my line right here. I kind of want to make the shape a little nicer, make it flow a little better, and kind of bring this lawn in a little bit. I was going to expand the yard back here, but now my thought process is, hey, I'm busy. I kind of want to make it a little bit smaller where I can. So overall, really pleased with how it's looking though. All right, well, that about wraps it up for my yard tour here in early August. I want to thank you for watching, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. More content upcoming on all the projects that I've got planned for the fall. Thanks again. See you in the next one.